The Queen of the Skies has a cult-level fan following, so when a band with similar brand status arranged for its very own jumbo jet, it was a match made in heaven. But what happened to this jet, and where is it now? Nicknamed Ed Force One, the Boeing 747, registered as Tango Foxtrot Alpha Alpha Kilo, took the band around the globe on the Book of Souls World Tour, frequently piloted by legendary frontman Bruce Dickinson himself. Of course, it wasn't the first plane Iron Maiden had at its disposal. From 2008 to 2009, a Boeing 757 with registration Golf Oscar Juliet India Bravo flew the band for its Somewhere Back in Time World Tour, and in 2011, Golf Sierra Tango Romeo X-Ray was liveried up in the Final Frontier World Tour to become the newest Ed Force One. Despite the band's love for the smaller Boeings, for Bruce Dickinson nothing could compare to the Queen of the Skies. Speaking to Blabbermouth in 2016, he said the 757 was just not big enough anymore, saying, "The 757 is just not big enough for what we've got in mind in terms of a show. So what we've got on board at the moment is the stage show. Everything we need will be on the airplane, and all the technicians and baggage and everything else. We're going all around the world, from Perth, Australia to Cape Town, Shanghai to New Zealand. We're really going round the planet." And Tango Foxtrot Alpha Alpha Kilo rarely did go around the planet for Iron Maiden. Launching from Cardiff, it headed west. Stopping at various points around the states, it headed down to Mexico, to gigs in Central America, and then down to South America. In Santiago, Chile, it was damaged in a collision with a tug, but was rapidly repaired and sent back on its way. It continued the tour around North America, taking in major venues in the USA and Canada. Then it was across to Asia for performances in Japan and China, before heading south to New Zealand and Australia. The band then hit South Africa before heading north to perform no less than 51 dates around Europe. Finally, they headed back to North America for additional tour bookings. The final performance was in Brooklyn in July 2017. By then, the band had played 117 shows in 36 countries to more than 1.3 million fans. It earned them more than $91 million and cemented their place in rock history. But what became of the 747-400? Before removing her Ed Force One livery, Tango Foxtrot Alpha Alpha Kilo made one last trip to bring 350 Icelandic football fans to Marseille for an Iceland vs Hungary match. She flew back to Keflavik on June 19th. Hours later that same day, Tango Foxtrot Alpha Alpha Kilo flew to the Middle East to start the next phase of her career. After a month in maintenance to get re-liveried, Tango Foxtrot Alpha Alpha Kilo was painted as Saudi Arabian Airlines. Still owned by Air Atlanta Icelandic, she joined the Middle Eastern airline on lease. Since joining the fleet, she's been in regular operation by the airline, flying between Jeddah and several key destinations including Surabaya, Addis Ababa and Dhaka. Sadly, due to current events, she was parked up in March and hasn't operated a passenger flight since. Despite the demise of the 747 around the world, Tango Foxtrot Alpha Alpha Kilo is still relatively young at just 17.5 years of age. We'd anticipate she'll return to service for Saudi Arabian at some point in the future. In fact, according to FlightRadar24.com, the airline operated a 22-minute flight from Jeddah to Jeddah in June, likely a maintenance flight, suggesting they are planning to bring her back into operations when demand and restrictions allow. Have you ever flown on Tango Foxtrot Alpha Alpha Kilo? Let us know in the comments. Did you know that we publish over 175 stories every single week on simpleflying.com? Be sure to check the link in the description for more great stories just like this. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe before you go.